The story begins in Second World War, Berlin. Keppel, who improves behavior, is with Hitler. Hitler dislikes how people meet Keppel. Even if the Nazi salute is antiquated, people should nonetheless raise their wrists in reverence. After devastation at their farm, he tried everything he could to eliminate the enemy's roots. He doesn't know why German is here and finds him threatening. Next, he wakes up on the ground in a forest. When he looks up, the enemy planes are gone. A rest stop is suspected. A ball suddenly rolls toward and stops near him. He stands and walks to a building through the bush. 3 children ask him whether he's okay. Hitler sees them as the nation's future, requesting the street's location. A reporter named Fabian Sawatsky is recording the kids. Pictured far away is Hitler. He wears his army headgear to visit the Führer bunker. Hitler is surprised to see one-wheeled motorcycles in the street. Even though the rubble is gone, he discovers people taking pictures of him and claims people have gone wild. He clutches a new car and wonders if he fell asleep and lost. He notes that he doesn't know anything about his work. He then asks a man where Chancellery is, but gets a picture. The camera flashes bother him as people take turns shooting him. All the strange occurrences surrounding him made him think the neighborhood went nasty. Hitler sees a German-speaking woman on her phone as he leaves. He asks what day it is, but the woman is scared and washes his eyes. Hitler screams in pain as his eyes get red and he can't see. Collapsed, he walks to a newspaper shop. He falls when he sees October 3, 2014. Christoph Sensenbrink administers the workplace properly, according to TV station boss Karner. He suggests Miss Katja Bellini, managing director, as a better solution. Christoph is shocked and upset. He visits his office to punish failing filmmaker Fabian. Even when Fabian persuaded his employer, the guards fired him. Hitler wakes up at the news shop and asks the owner the day. He declares 2014 the year. Hitler is bewildered and captured by the store. He also suspects the enemy's covert agency is scheming. He threatens to kill the shopkeeper if he aids the enemy. Shopkeeper gives chocolate bar. Hitler sniffs it after opening. He asks the shopkeeper whether bread is scarce and claims it's factory-pressed grain. The shopkeeper thinks Hitler is an actress and wonders if they're doing a documentary nearby. The owner says he resembles Hitler. Hitler claims to be Führer. Hitler then asks the Turkish newspaper owner about Stürmer or Panzerbar. The company owner says Turkish consumers are more common. Hitler is surprised Berlin has Turks. He then reads the newspaper to learn more. He reads it and thinks he lost the war and that Germany is ruled by clumsy females with wet noodle charm. He calls Poland a waste of space and the fight futile. Fabian laments his dismissal after seeing his soccer report. Hitler in the background? His mother calms him and tells him to stop viewing the video. It amuses Fabian that someone resembles Hitler. The store owner tells Hitler to put down the newspaper and step outside. Hitler dislikes labor orders. The merchant suggests Hitler wash his stinking clothes. He hires a laundry service to clean his uniform. Hitler requests a new clothing because he can't go. Hitler then approaches the news vendor in jeans and a sweater. However, Fabian located him and is waiting in the shop. His initial impression of Hitler is astonishment. Fabian wants Hitler to film him walking across modern Germany. The notion pleases Hitler. Fabian leaves with Hitler after borrowing money and a car from his mother. Hitler laughs at TV in the motel. Political discussion follows Fabian's presentation. In different places, he asks about politics. The people tell him democracy had little effect on them while he was away. Dissatisfaction and restrained wrath remind him of the 1930s when similar ideas were expressed without political disenchantment. Refugees are reported to Hitler. Hitler stresses that mixing races doesn't work. Fabi queries Hitler's strange beard origins. Hitler says he shaved for a gas mask. Hitler later is attacked by a farm dog. Furious, he shoots the animal. Fabian accuses him and snatches the gun. After running out of money, Fabian stops the mission. He persuades passers-by to let Hitler do their sketches. Hitler sells witty doodles. The voyage continues after raising enough money. Back in town, Fabian shows Christoph a Hitler film. Many saw Fabian's story online. How many times the video has been watched amazes Christoph. He requests Fabian Hitler's name and contact info. Christoph asks Fabian to put him out of the workplace after meeting Hitler, fearing he's nuts. Hitler tells the director director to keep Germany in her office before departing. Bellini is fascinated by the plan and asks him. She quickly orders her worker to correctly display the Führer on TV to hear Hitler's views. Fabian threatens Hitler if Christoph doesn't return to work. Christoph makes him a kitchen boy and offers to promote him when an editing position opens. Later, Hitler sits in TV booth. Christoph wants Kromayer to teach Hitler computers. Hitler considers his time's computers the greatest. Hitler requests to join Mail, but Kromayer says his name is taken. Hitler growls when his name is used without permission and orders her to use New Reich's chancellery because he loves it. Christoph wants Hitler on Whoa Do, live comedy. He's upset Bellini received a raise instead of him and will make life difficult for her. He makes nasty Jewish jokes to kill Hitler and incite hatred. The play begins with Witzigmann inviting Hitler on stage. When Hitler looks at them, the audience stops talking about his appearance. Hitler breaks the silence without reading the text. He pledges to laugh about immigration but doesn't. TV is a marvel, but its programs are crap. He covers poverty, unemployment, and how the nation is sinking without realizing it. Hitler says he'll beat TVs until they show the nothingness. Everyone likes his concept and praises him. The host Witzigmann envies Hitler's prominence. Bellini tells Christoph to incorporate Hitler in every show. Christoph is furious his plan failed. Hitler discusses making Germany great again on TV in the next scene. He meets many people and party leaders as he becomes famous. Sharing his thoughts wins them over. Hitler visits Fabian's Berlin NPD office. He questions NPD federal chairman Ulf Berna about his cause. Hitler thinks they've wasted enough time and mocks him. Their words set back the cause decades. Christoph is happy when police and DA arrive at the TV studio. They say they were charged with hate crimes. Bellini seeks advice. Christoph quickly informs the Führer performance may be cancelled. DA authorizes transmission. Bellini sighs with relief as Christoph smiles. Kromayer sends Christoph a Hitler's dog payment document after the DA leaves. Christoph is excited for the letter since it could cause issues. Hitler then answers wartime questions on TV. Hitler says he wants to communicate, but the reporter calls his actions strange. His dog shooting footage plays for him. The film upsets. Hitler rages and vows to punish him. He plans to park tanks in their studio. Christoph enjoys criticism. Bellini is fired and Christoph takes over following the bad interview. Hitler resides with Fabian at his house. He writes his second book, Laughing at Fate. Soon, the book will sell. 3 months later, TV studio employees debate company losses. Christoph thinks Witzigmann's show will help, but a co-worker quits. Christoph feels angry and uneasy because the chosen workers lost the show. Christoph likes the staffers' Hitler rebirth idea. He returns to Hitler and promises Fabian $1 million to air their story on TV. Hitler and Fabian meet Kromeyer's grandmother, who recognizes him. She says Hitler gassed everyone. She yells at him to leave, calling him nasty. Hitler tells Kromayer in the car that being Jewish surprises him. Suppose Jews are no better than others. Fabian is upset by Hitler's remarks and actions. Fabian asks Hitler to repeat his route on set. Hitler can't recall what happened before the ball rolled to him in the woods. Evil men attack him as he departs the set that night. They hit him in the face and say he's why Germany should be back. Hitler wakes up in a hospital with Bellini. Fabian watches his video of kids playing soccer. A closer look shows Hitler getting up. The past shocks Fabian. Sign says, historical location of Führer bunker. His arrival is immediate. Fabian rushes to hospital but finds Hitler absent. Bellini is on her way to film. Bellini doesn't believe Fabian's Hitler accusation. Fabian screams and rages when articulating his idea. Upon capture, he runs. On stage, Fabian raises a rifle towards Hitler. Hitler denies being anyone else when questioned. Fabian claims Hitler's propaganda lies. Hitler says 1933, voters chose a leader who spoke openly. Fabian guns Hitler up a skyscraper. He corners Hitler and calls him a beast. Hitler says ordinary people chose an extraordinary leader for the nation's destiny. He says people choose him for their deep values. Hitler falls from the building onto the street as angry Fabian shoots him. Fabian hears Hitler soon. He feels no German can get rid of him. Hitler, just overthrown, is behind it. Bellini requests a studio cut and the shoot is praised. A random character played Fabian in a story shoot. Hitler invites everyone to think about absent friends. Kromayer cries while watching Fabian in the psychiatric institution via a hole. Hitler and Bellini autograph and chat when the narrative succeeds. People driving along the street seem to like and admire Hitler.